Hello.
It is our usual Sunday meeting time for spooky times. And I'm ready to play more of this game. Hopefully I don't have to restart that last chapter I did. Hope everyone's having a good day so far, no matter what your time zone. And we shall continue! I had to give my voice a break yesterday. Doing all the voices. Ah, it saved where I was at. Good, good, good. So curse was used here, which means curse bearer must have been on the scene too. Let me double check. Everything's okay. Game audio is fine. My audio is fine. Cool. Okay. I wanted to double check it. I am missing something.
What was that thing you mentioned about Michio earlier? Something about a grudge? Did you know anything about her?
What's your relation?
I'm her friend. I was actually planning to resurrect her at first.
I see. We gained quite a lot of information from you two. It's only fair we share as well. Tell her Ario. Alright? Keep in mind, this is just a theory, though.
Okay.
After re-examining the crime scene, Yoshimi concluded that Michio's death wasn't a suicide, but a vehicular collision.
Wait, what? An accident?
Being hit by a speeding truck or van would have resulted in similar injuries. The investigation was ordered by Yoshimi, so it seems that he had his doubts about it being a suicide.
What? A van? Speeding?
Yako, what's wrong? Are you okay? I'm very confused what is going on.
A van! There's a young man in the driver's seat.
Yako!
Ah! Huh? Yes. Wait. Was I...
Are you back now? How do you feel?
You're covered in sweat. Yeah. I'm okay. I think. Sorry. I went a little crazy there.
It's no problem, as long as you're okay. That was quite the surprise, though.
Yoshimi talked to you about Michio, didn't he?
Well, he didn't give any specifics, if you're wondering about that. So I don't know what was truly on Michio's mind either.
Right.
Do you have any idea why Jinochi was so scared of Michio?
Well, about that. I'm not sure exactly how to put this, but...
I see. Well, I half expected it was something like that. Thank you for telling me. Sorry.
It's hard to explain.
I wonder what he got his hands... I wonder what he got his hands on to be able to blackmail her like that.
Michio, what happened?
Okay, I can't click any more there. Hey, boss! Forensics is calling. I'll go see what they have to say. Sure. Thanks. Boss! They found this on the ground a short distance away from the scene. What is that? A ribbon? Yeah, the kind you use to tie up your hair.
What? I've seen that ribbon before.
You have? Go on, then.
That's the ribbon Michio always used to wear.
What? Doesn't that mean that Michio was here? Are you sure?
Definitely. I have the same one at home. We bought them together. That has to be hers.
Then, did she come back to life somehow?
But how? If I was Michio and I came back to life, where would I go?
That's the question. She got her revenge on Janochi, but she may have more revenge to dish out. Is there anyone else she'd have a grudge against? Well, what about the guy who killed her in the collision?
If she really did come back to life, then it's terribly sad that she's spending her new chance at life like this. Being obsessed with revenge is such a tragic way to live.
Oh.
I'm afraid that's all we can tell you.
Don't worry. You were a big help. Thank you. We should start our search for Nejima and Mayu Chozawa. It might be worth it to check Michio's house as well, just in case. Let's use the school as our base of operations. If anything happens, go to one of the officers hanging around here.
Got it. Thank you. And good luck. We'll go talk to Mr. Araishi about a way to lift this curse.
Alright, boss. Let's get going whenever you're ready.
We got our cool dance music back.
Alright, now we can move. So we can't suspend this one yet, which means we have to keep going in this scene. I think. Oh, okay. We have options. So we can't go back to the locations, that's sad. Okay. If there were stickers, I missed them. That's okay. If I miss stickers, that's fine. I just want to finish the story out and get all the routes. Which I think are just the bad routes now. Yeah, I think it's just the bad routes left. Oh, we can do this one now. Dead or alive, Haru Shigima. Summary of previous events. Haru and Richter visit Michio's home, having determined her to be a key player in the unresolved kidnapping case from a year before. As the complicated story begins to unravel, they encounter two men. This is some good music. Near the Shiraishi household. Ma'am, allow me to introduce one of our country's most elite detectives. The name's Jun Iryu. I'd hardly call myself elite, but either way, it's nice to meet you. This here is the brilliant Chief Inspector Sutsumi, and yes, he's just as rough and tumble as he looks. Sometimes I really don't know if you're complimenting me or putting me down. So, you really are detectives? This is my client, Mrs. Haru Shigima. Her father's a big deal in the police himself, so remember to mind your manners. A bigwig named Shigima? Boss, you know this guy? Shit, I've heard the name, but you know I don't keep track of who's who in the upper echelons. There's no need to worry. I am my own person after all. My father has nothing to do with any of this. Oh, did you hear that, boss? Looks like you're getting off easy again this time. Don't make it sound like I'm involved in some shady business. It ain't like that. You both seem rather jovial despite being detectives. How rare. All the police officers I've met have always been so dull. Well, you won't find any adult cops here. We'll round up all your criminals with a smile. That's our motto. How lovely. Keep it up. Just hold on 1 second. This is the first time hearing of that. Well, you're right about them not being your typical detectives. That was a lot of voices in a small amount of time. Okay, I've already got the sticker here. Never mind, there was one! Damn, there was one here? Lucky, that's number 12, the Royal Kingpin Gwyn. Oh, that's so. We got another one! Another one! Okay, we got a lot of stuff to... It's gonna be a lot of talking.
We might cause trouble standing in the middle of the street talking like this, but so far we haven't drawn any attention. Then again, that might just be because nobody wants to get involved with the case. I guess knowing how to deal with cops is also part of an investigator's job. Not quite. The two of us used to be comrades is all. Comrades? That's right. Richter used to be part of the police force himself. He quit a few years ago to go solo. Is that so? You should give it a try, Ario. There's more freedom in working as a private investigator. I can't say much for the quality of life, though. It's been 2 years, right? I hadn't heard of you since you quit. I don't think your business will last, but here you are. You sure you don't want to return to the force? We take you back with open arms. What? To sit on my ass and watch the birds fly? I'll take a pass. I don't belong in that world. Come on, Richter. We need your talent. The public needs you. Nah, you don't. This is my calling. The police will manage just fine without me. I'll keep on tying up all your loose ends, saving the little birdies you abandoned. I can't believe you were actually part of the police force once. There's a story behind everything, ma'am. I don't regret my time on the force. I wouldn't have the connections I have today without it. Okay. It seems they were acquainted, but also like they haven't talked in a long time. We got that, we got surroundings. Oopsies! I accidentally pressed too far into my other screen to OBS. My bad. I was like, wait a minute, what just happened? Oh, I went too far off the game screen on my second screen. It gave me a little heart attack. Oh, goodness. A young and energetic detective. He seems to have a strong sense of justice. If my son had the chance to grow older, perhaps he would have become an officer just like him. He seems like he's got a lot of experience working in the streets. Most of the officers I know are the bureaucratic, desk archetypes. The contrast is rather striking. What brings you here, Richter? You on a case? That's right. I'm picking up the police's slack. I trust you remember the kidnapping and murder case from last year. Oh, I remember now. You're Haru Shigima from the kidnapping case. Huh? Did I miss something? Don't be an idiot. It was the case where Munesada Shigima's grandson was kidnapped. Which must have been your son, ma'am. Indeed. The story was suppressed by the news. In the end, it was considered a huge failure on the police department's part. Most of the investigation was conducted in secret. And unfortunately, the department is unwilling to reopen the case. Any investigation carried out afterwards turned up nothing at all, which is why I'm now on the job. So they never caught the culprit, huh? That's rough. So your findings have brought you to this place then? That's right! An individual connected to the case used to live around here. Used to? That's right. As of last week, they're deceased. We'd hoped to talk to the family. No one was home when I checked last time, so we figured we'd try again. Interesting. It sure does look good on the police. It sure doesn't look good on the police to be mishandling cases like these. If there really was a culprit, it should be our responsibility to bring them to justice. Well, I do consider the police my people. I do consider the blame to be shared. You got a stern side as well, I see. By the way, ma'am, this might be sudden, but there's something I'd like to confirm with you. And that is? Do you happen to know anything about the 7 mysteries of Honjo? Sorry, Chief, but that's hardly...
With all due respect, investigator, I think my question was addressed to the lady. If you insist. What do you say, ma'am? Can you tell us anything?
I've heard of the 7 mysteries, but this talk of curses eludes me.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry for the intrusion. Oh, they're not gonna get that curse stone, it looks like. Come to think of it, I heard some things about this area last night. Something about a strange yet conspicuous man dressed in white loitering around.
Wait a second.
I assume they were talking about you, investigator.
Well, I won't argue that I'm strange and conspicuously dressed in white. As it turns out, I was out here last night to conduct my investigation.
Did you run into anything strange or out of the ordinary?
Out of the ordinary? I guess I did observe a few suspicious characters. You were asking about curses just now. Why would a public servant be interested in the occult? Boss, Richter's a smart man. He can help us if we tell him what we know. I can't promise I'll be of any help to you, but I'm interested in hearing what you got to say. Something is happening in Honjo, isn't there? It must be something big if they've got you. Oh my gosh, what is this? It must be something big if they've got you head office guys on it. I don't know why my brain could not, process what that sentence said.
Well, I guess it's alright. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Thank you, boss. Listen closely to what we're about to say, Richter. So by using curses to commit murders, these people collect soul dregs to perform the rite of resurrection? And these curse stones are somehow connected to the 7 mysteries of Honjo. It's a tough story to swallow, but I don't see a reason to doubt you either. We figured the strange occurrences happening around here recently are connected to these curses. To get this situation under control, we've been searching for the curse bearers to confiscate their curse stones. Do you have any information that might help us?
That's tough! I never expected curses and other mumbo-jumbo to play into this all.
But if we're talking shady characters... There was this middle-aged fellow I saw on South Warakasui Street. He had an average build. He was anxious, like he was searching for prey. Boss, what do you think?
Well, considering the location, it could have been Hideki Arashi. We already got his curse stone.
Impressive! You two are working quick.
Did you see anything else?
Not that I can remember.
That's a shame.
Okay, he's not saying anything else.
If you see any characters who look like they might be carrying a curse stone, it'd be a huge help if you let us know.
Absolutely! I'll let you know if I find anything. Richter, perhaps you could lend a hand on our case, too? There's a number of people we can't track, and find missing persons happens to be your specialty, no? I hate to disappoint you, but I'm busy enough with this case. The faith of my clients is what keeps me afloat. I have to prioritize requests by the order in which they come. I see. Well, can't say that's not fair. What do you need a private investigator in for, anyway? The cops should have plenty of bright folks to throw at the job. True, but this isn't an ordinary case we're dealing with here. Oh. Huh? By the way, that reminds me. Richter.
Yes?
You said the person you used to live here died last week. You wouldn't be referring to Michio Shiraishi by chance.
You knew?
I thought so. It seems like we're here for the same reason then.
Seriously?
Michio was involved with curses and magic? Strictly speaking, the curse part isn't our concern. We're looking into Yoshimi's case. Yoshimi? Oh right! Hajime Yoshimi's. That's right, he died on the job. I'm pretty sure you heard of it. I heard? It was a most unfortunate loss.
So there's a connection between Hajime Yoshimi of the Juvenile Division and Michio. Well, hold on. Let's focus on Michio for a second. You think she had something to do with the kidnapping? Talk about unforeseen developments. Exchanging information should prove mutually beneficial. I'll tell you what I know, but in turn I want the full scoop on your findings concerning Michio. Sure, to tell you the truth. What? You believe Michio's ghost is the one who killed Mr. Chinochi? So he wasn't just mumbling nonsense! I mean, we haven't fully confirmed anything yet. But the testimonies we've heard and the evidence we found point in that direction. Testimony? You mean from those, psychic high schoolers? Didn't they also say there was a chance Michio hadn't killed herself? Wait! If that's all true, then... Did you figure something out? Kenshiro Iwai! Huh? Kenshiro Iwai! He'll be the next victim! We have to open the door to Shiraishi's house. We need to look inside. Hey, what's gotten into you? Boss? I'm sure the landlord would give us the key if we asked. Screw that! You know how long that could take? We can ask for permission later. Richter? Hey, Richter, calm down! We can't just... He's going anyway! He's gonna do it anyway! Take that, you shitty door! That's how you do it! Richter, get a hold of yourself! I see you're still the same as always. Everyone, come quick! Look at this! Uh-oh. Oh no. Ah! Whoa, what's up with this room? Boss, there's a dead body in here. Whoa. Could that be Michio's dad? Nah, he's her stepdad at best, if that. It's gotta be the body of Kenshiro Iwai. There's no doubt about it. This man's a goner. He's gotten real messed up. Looks like he's been like this for a while. I'd say it happened last night. Ariel, did you find Jinochi's body in the same state? Now that you mention it, it looked as though Kohei Jinochi had died from a number of heavy blows. What are you suggesting, investigator? It was Michio Shiraishi. She's alive. She used the power of the curses to get back at the men who ruined her life. That's ridiculous. You're suggesting she actually revived? It's got to be that. And if she's alive, then... Oh! Oh! Things are getting juicy! Oh my gosh! My apologies for interrupting. I know you just arrived at an interesting plot point. But do you really think a dead girl is going around taking revenge from beyond the grave? Consider this. What if Michio Shiraishi never died? But seeing as you've come this far, I'm sure you already know the truth, don't you? And so, I would have you answer me a question. Where in Honjo was Michio Shiraishi at the hour of 8 o'clock this morning? Oh no! Oh no! 8 o'clock this morning. You're asking me questions. She was at the school, right? I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? Oh. Apparently not. Probably her house. I see. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? Apparently I'm not right. I don't know. There's so much stuff that's been going on. So it's not... I thought it might be the house. Because... Because that's where the murder happened of the stepfather, but that's not it. Shigima residence. In Shibori. Midoriko Park. Ryogoku Bridge. Former Yasuda Gardens. Candy Shop Sonoya. Sumida River. Oh my god, a bridge. Unless this is just a thought. It was a week ago. Unless she's posing as a Yame. She is. That is an idea, because they couldn't find her at the apartment, and he tailed her and couldn't find her. And he couldn't confirm where she was, the investigator. So, at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay, we don't want to do that. I think they were talking at the bridge. So that's what you think. Let's take a moment to reconsider what you know and choose again, shall we? Apparently I'm not right. I don't know. I didn't look at the other places. Not there. Not here. Not here. Oh, I probably should have said the bridge. Not at the candy shop. I think it's the bridge. If I'm wrong, then I have no clue. I don't know. I have no idea. Apparently, I don't have an inkling as to where she's been. Or wait, was it this one? I don't have that many choices left. I've done this one, this one, this one, this one. Apparently I'm not good at figuring this out. But I do have a suspicion. That this is Michiyo. They look a lot alike. Maybe. I also could be wrong, but I have a feeling. But I don't... Wait. Does it say how long they... I don't think it said how long they know each other. Try this one. I'm running out of options. I'm just guessing at this point. Nope. No. I'm running out of options. options left. One of these 3 places, and I don't understand how. Congratulations, you are correct. Wait, what? How? You got it wrong 9 times. Well, it's a trivial matter. It may have been easier to reach that conclusion had you considered the cause of death. Let's get back to the story then, shall we? I've taken up enough of your time. Car accident? But that was like a week ago. That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. I could probably just not be understanding, but it just doesn't make any sense. What? So you really think Michio Shiraishi is alive? Just think it through, and it all becomes obvious. It tracks, but... You really think that girl could have managed all this? First of all, Ario, go report this to HQ. Understood. I'll get on it right away. I'll start investigating this place. I'm sure... It sure isn't lacking in stuff that needs looking at. There's a bunch of photos of the same person pasted on the wall over there. That's... Oh. Whoa now, hold on. These photos. They're all of Fumichika Nejima. Gross.
Really? Come to think of it, he was in the papers a lot back in the day. Oh, there's even more pasted up over there. These are all cutouts from newspapers and magazines about the Nejima murders.
I don't get it. Why the weirdo shrine? Let's keep looking around. There's a lot of stuff here. And I can't move the screen around. I don't think there's any stickers. There's nothing around to confirm his identity, but by the looks of him, I'd say he's Kanshiro Owai. You've seen him before? I heard he had a criminal record, so I assumed he wouldn't have held a respectable occupation.
Is this what a curse does to a person?
Ma'am, it'd be better not to look so closely.
It's amazing.
Cruel is what it is. It's off-putting to look at, but I can't help but wonder what in the world this is. They're magic runes. They're used in the Western black magic rituals. Most of the time they're useless imitations, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. Oh my! Who knew the Chief Inspector was such an expert on the occult? I just chanced upon that information. That girl with the spirit sense we mentioned, she's pretty informed on the subject. Someone was attempting to perform Western black magic in this place. Pretty absurd, if you ask me. Of course, the person in question was dead serious about it all. Western black magic. While magic is often classed as a branch of mysticism, or may variously refer to the likes of witchcraft or astrology, here it refers specifically to Western black magic. In the Middle Ages, the line between science and magic was blurred, with the pursuit of the supernatural considered a legitimate academic discipline. Astrology was regarded akin to astronomy, while alchemy was accepted as a scientific fact and would eventually evolve into what it is known today as chemistry. One discipline, however, was considered wicked and shunned accordingly: black magic, the practice of using magical knowledge to strike a bargain with demons. In contrast to the socially acceptable subjects studied by the intelligentsia, black magic was most prolific among the lower classes. It was the common people who suffered most from the ills of the day, war, famine, and sickness, which perhaps led them to seek aid from unholy powers. As hearsay, these rituals and spells were nowhere to be found in orthodox modes of teaching, but instead were recorded in tomes of dubious credibility. Birds. Call that then birds.
It looks like the things spread around here have been like this for a while now. It's ritual or whatever was something he attempted up to recently. Plenty of the neighbors mentioned having heard strange mantra-like noises coming from here during the night. I remember that.
You think OI was the one chanting?
Hard to say. Could have been one of the Shiraishis as well. If we look through these books in the back, we might learn whatever it is they were trying to do. There are old books scattered everywhere. I wonder what they're about. Many of them are written in a foreign language. It'll be a pain to look through all of these. Let's save them for later and continue to look around.
Okay, so that counts as... That's for later.
This sliding door leads to the kitchen. It barely fits the frame. This drawer is really old. Chief Inspector, do you mind if I look inside?
Huh?
I mean, in normal cases, only police would be allowed to touch things, right?
Right. Area isn't here, so let me take a look at it. There's just clothes in here. Not much variety either. Can't say they were big spenders. Well, I was hoping to find a kind of talisman here, but I guess we're not so lucky.
I see. Thank you anyway. With the window and storm shutter closed, no light gets in here at all. It's pitch black. The neighbors mentioned they started to keep the house shut like this not long ago. Look at these. Pictures of Fumichika Nejima cut out from newspapers and magazines. Whoever put these up was obsessed. I wonder what their intent was.
Do you think the Shiraishis are somehow connected to Nejima's case? Perhaps they did this to not forget a grudge or something.
It's crazy to think Nejima might be involved in all this too. Do you think he might have anything to do with the body here?
Maybe. The man's already out on parole. He's a curse bearer with a curse stone now. He announced that from sundown today he'll be going on a killing spree.
Oh dear.
There's an emergency search underway as we speak, but no one's yet managed to get a hold of the bastard.
So he hasn't changed his ways.
That doesn't bode well.
To tell the truth, the lady here isn't completely unconnected from the Nejima murders either.
You don't say.
That's right. We talked about it last night. 20 years ago, I found the hand in Sumida River that brought the incident to light.
You don't say.
You were the kid from back then?
You were really brave. You did a great deed.
Are you the detective I spoke with? I had no idea. So, you two have met before. Fancy that. I've been worried about Fumichika Nejima might... I've been worried that Fumichika Nejima might bear a resentment towards you, ma'am.
You might be right. Unfortunately, that asshole is quite the resentful type.
Oh dear.
That asshole. I wonder who put the idea in his head. And now he's got the one-sided read, too. He's threatening to massacre the people of Honjo at sundown.
Seriously?
On top of that, he's been itching to get revenge on me as well. Of all things, the man's gone and threatened to kill my daughter.
Damn, that's quite the threat. Certainly you can't afford to stay put here.
The fucker wants to get us all antsy. When I finally get to arresting him, it'll be with cool head.
Not gonna give him the pleasure, huh? Well, if Hawaii and Fumichika Nejima have anything to do with each other, then this room might hold a clue to Nejima's location.
Let's hope so.
It's the same man in every picture. Is that Fumichika Nejima? Wow, this is quite the spectacle. I don't think I'll ever manage to erase this from my mind. Don't worry, Richter. You're quite the spectacle yourself. Do you mean to compare me with the likes of a bizarre criminal? These aren't just cut from publications. They even snapped a number of shots of their own. They must have admired him. Why else would they have collected so many pictures? Whatever the case, it's certain they were obsessed. The person who put all these photos up must have been obsessed with Nejima. They must have had some relation to Nejima's victims, or perhaps it was the opposite. The opposite? What if it wasn't loathing, but admiration? But then... Okay, it looks like the only thing left is the books. What do you say, Chief? Would you let me look through it if I wore gloves? Well, it's not like I'm any help with foreign languages. Go ahead. Thank you. Huh? This seems to be a book on Western black magic. The same runes are written here, alongside detailed descriptions of the procedures. I suppose you'd call these grimoires. It's also a bunch of nonsense, if you ask me, though. You think that Owai guy was studying them? Perhaps to perform some kind of ritual? There are a bunch of handwritten notes beside the grimoires. Whoever it was, they were serious about this. Owai doesn't look the type to be into this stuff, but you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Ah, the pun! The pun! But why would he be studying black magic? According to the materials, this here rune is for the restoration of youth. Perhaps he was trying to become young again. This over here seems to be black magic related to resurrection. Each one of these spells requires a human sacrifice. Talk about dangerous. Resurrection? Like the rite? I guess no matter what part of the world, people will turn to the occult for similar reasons. Oops, I pressed the wrong thing. What is it? This looks like a journal. It's probably Owai's. A journal? His writing is surprisingly thorough. It's almost as if he was writing a report for someone. Oh wow, now this is something. What is it? What did he write? This is quite the find. Let me give you a summary. So, this Conchichiro Owai fellow. He'd been researching for a spell to restore youth for years. He was into black magic from the start. He believed if he could learn to successfully perform the spell, he could then use it to earn a fortune. To tell you the truth, it seems he was already getting funded after he acquired this grimoire. You don't say. This is starting to sound kind of familiar. First, let's find out how he got his hands on this grimoire. It seems that Nejima told him where he could obtain the book when they were both in prison. What? That's nearly too much of a coincidence. Likely not coincidence. It seems like Owai took an interest in the Nejima murders after it made the news. He admired him rather passionately. You might even say he worshipped the man. Worship? Nejima? Of all people? This was a time when students were itching to rebel. Anyone who did something to shake the world was bound to gather admirers. Owai had been collecting these photos ever since that time. And since he just so happened to land in prison at the same time as Nejima, he made sure to get in contact. This is a lot. I mean, even having it all laid out like this. The thought of Nejima being involved with these grimoires is staggering. I don't think we ever had anything pointing to that. What's the connection? To be honest, it's a shock to me too. For years, we've been scratching our heads over the motives behind the Nejima murders. Yep, it's been a mystery to us all from the very start. Whoa now, wait just 1 minute. Do you think... No way! Are you saying... That's right. These murders might have been for a ritual. He was attempting to perform black magic. The instructions written down for the sacrificial offering match up exactly with the acts carried out by Nejima. Gotta be kidding me. So that sadistic crap he was doing was all for black magic? That's what the evidence suggests. However, Nejima tried to do the same type of resurrection ritual. But Owai had different motives. Chief Inspector, you might think this is all the stuff of fantasy, but that doesn't refute that Nejima and Owai were both acting in earnest. This is batshit insane. You're telling me that nutjob did this all for some hokey-pokey resurrection? Shit. Resurrection?
That means there must have been someone Nejima wanted to bring back to life. Damn! That's it! That has to be it! Fucking hell! It all makes sense now!
What? What is it?
So, about the Nejima murders. There's some information that's been kept from the public. Go on! When we broke into that house and arrested him, we also found a baby.
A baby?
It was a girl, looked to be about 6 months old. She was covered in filth. She looked so weak and sickly. We called the medics right away. If we were a second later, I'm sure the girl would have died.
So was Nejima the father?
He told us he'd found her under a bridge.
He found her? She was abandoned?
I've heard of parents threatening to leave their child under a bridge as a threat, but to think it really happens. I suppose there are those cases with the dead newborns found stuffed in coin lockers. So it's not without precedent. Whatever the case, we never found out the truth. But there's one rumor from back then that I could never get out of my mind. And it's starting to sound more likely now. Well, I'm sure this isn't the first time you've heard of it. Many believe Nejima is guilty of more crimes than what got him convicted. Back then, a lot of girls went missing.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
Among the high school girls that might have been murdered, or maybe I should say sacrificed, was a girl who was pregnant.
Goodness. That's horrific.
He killed her and dismembered her body. And we thought maybe the baby we found is what he pulled out from inside of her. Don't misunderstand me. This is all speculation on top of more speculation. Here. But I, for one, never believed that man would just take in a baby he found under a bridge.
I'm feeling sick.
Stay strong, ma'am. I know this is hard to hear. Like I said, don't take that to be full truth. We were running on speculation back then. Now that this whole resurrection magic has come into play, we should consider the possibility it was his child. And that maybe he was trying to revive whoever the mother might have been. It's just a theory, but my life would be a tad easier if it were true. That's an interesting thought. If there's anyone Nejima would want to resurrect, a deceased wife is as good a guess as any. The fact that he obtained a curse stone suggests that he has an interest in the rite of resurrection. Damn, you're right. And here I was thinking he was only after the curse's power to massacre.
Chief Inspector.
Yeah?
What happened to the child?
Without a birth registration on file, best we could do is find the girl some suitable foster parents. It was decided to keep the circumstances secret for the sake of the child's future.
Well, I'm glad she was taken care of.
That was a lot of information at one time. Don't mean to derail the conversation, but there's still more written in Awai's journal. We know Awai had managed to attain the Grillmore thanks to the advice he got from his idol, Nejima, while in prison. After conducting research and gathering more information, he determined he had a chance to get rich quick. I need to hydrate. It's a lot of reading. Right. He thought he could make some money if he could successfully use rejuvenation magic. Correct. Turns out someone gave him the idea. And get this. It was the one and only queen and chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps herself, Natsue Yamamori. Oh my gosh, everything's tying in. Everything just keeps connecting to each other. Wait, chairwoman of Hihaku Soaps?
So, that's where this leads.
Here, let me read what he wrote. Queen of Hihaku has a strange fear of growing old. Her fear of death is even worse. If she does die, she wishes to be revived, and she will spend whatever it takes to preserve her beauty. Magic rituals and rites, she'll use whatever means necessary. Her tenacity is unbelievable. She was apparently investing money into any research on resurrection, the restoration of youth, and the like. So she would even throw her money at the occult. The places greed will take you. Well then, that brings us to Hideki Araishi. She presumably funded his research into Rite of Resurrection as well. That's what it all points towards. I wouldn't be surprised if the Witch of Hihaku pounced at the rumors of the Rite of Resurrection. It's starting to sound likely. It might also be why she's spreading the rumor about having godly powers. It's a convenient cover for if she becomes young again. Godly powers? What's all that about? You can ignore that. Either way, I think Iwai took the payments he was getting for his research to seduce a family into taking him into keeping a low profile. The Shiraishi family, Michio and her mother, Toshiko, or just his unlucky marks. And this is where you get involved. Are you feeling steady, ma'am?
Huh? This has something to do with me? No, you can't mean.
You realize then?
Perhaps.
Oh no. Detective Skull? It is me! We're finding out the answers! Hello, oh my gosh, I'm so tongue-tied from talking. Archlich Aoni? Hello, welcome in! It is spooky time. Is there anything you prefer me to call you by, or just Archlich Aoni? Oh, so many choices! Aoni is good. Okay, cool. Welcome in, Aoni. We are uncovering mysteries. I have no clue what option to choose. This game keeps asking me questions and I don't know the answers. How mysterious. Indeed. I love mystery stuff, but when it asks me questions about it, I'm not the best at coming up with the answer right away. Oh goodness. That's not right. That's not right. Wait. Nope. Nope.
Toshiko Shiraishi's child was a sacrifice.
No, I got it wrong. What? Ma'am, please calm down. That wasn't it.
Oh? Was I mistaken? Then what did you mean?
Ma'am, please calm down. Oh, human sacrifice mystery. Damn. Yeah, this is a very, very dark plot with magic and ghosts and all the things. That's wild. I know, this story just gets crazier and crazier as I keep going. Awai moved in with the Tsurishis to practice his magic. He needed a sacrifice to perform his youth restoration spell, but that meant extracting the life forces from someone young. So, it was Awai, this man. Awai worshipped Nejima, so he must have also despised Nejima's detractors. Not to mention he was captured and sent to jail once before. Surely he had a bone to pick with the police. So when he realized he had the chance to both avenge Nejima, embarrass the police, and acquire a living sacrifice at the same time? Fuck! You got it. Awai kidnapped Harushigima's son and managed to score 3 birds with 1 stone. You're telling me that horrid man, he never had the intention of returning my child? I thought there might have been a reason why the kidnappers seemed to be mocking the police. He never wanted money. His aim was to humiliate the force. It all makes sense. He must have used Michio to lower your boy's defenses and then kidnapped him on his way back home. That man, he took Suichi. Ma'am, please calm down. I understand, but you must remember to breathe. You don't understand. You have absolutely no idea what I'm going through. This isn't a joke. I wouldn't expect the police to understand. You'll never understand. Living sacrifices. What a stupid, stupid idea for a stupid little man. Okay, ma'am. Just take a moment to breathe. Why don't we go get some fresh air? I can't believe this. This is... Chief, I think it best we take our leave. Before we go, there's one more important piece of information noted in this journal. Oh. Awai got in contact with Nejima last year, after Nejima was released on parole. He provided him with accommodation and financial support. Is that so? He managed to find a hideout for Nejima to stay in. Damn it. If anything, rather than use his money to support the Shiraishis, it seemed most went to Nejima instead. If Nejima's lurking around anywhere at the moment, it'd probably be in that hideout. Did he write where it is? Unfortunately, no. Not that I can tell. But it seems Michio knew where it was. She never met with Nejima in person, but she was made to go in and clean up among other things. What good is that information? The girl's already dead. Wait, no! She's alive! That's right. Michio Shiraishi is alive. If you can find her and get her to talk, you can get her to spill the beans on this hideout too. Investigator, I'm asking you. I should be going. The lady's not well. That was a lot at once. Oh my goodness. Kankachiro, I think that's how you say that. Once made that name is so hard for me to pronounce for some reason. Once made a living by placing advertisements in magazines to sell phony magic items and good luck charms. He held a nostalgic yearning for the post-war era when things and people were simple, and has nothing but negative things to say about the rapidly developing, ostentatious world of late. Radical in his belief that it would be better to tear down society and start over again, Kankachiro was discontent with his life spent poking around in society's cesspools to make a few coins. When the Nejima murders were widely reported in the media, it had a great impact on Kankachiro, as he witnessed how a single act by a single man could cause a major rift in society. Perceiving Fumichika Nejima as a great hero, he began collecting every piece of information he could find on the man. Kankachiro, that name is so hard for me to keep saying, was later arrested for his illegal business practices
and a chance meeting with Fumichika during his incarceration solidified his idolization. He was captivated by Fumichika's talk of black magic and, following his release, acquired the grimoire Fumichika had hidden away. As for Toshiko Shiraishi, Kankachiro set his sights on her after encountering her at her part-time job. When he learned... This dude sounds stable. Yeah. I did not expect all this stuff to tie in. Dang. But yeah, he seems like he's like idolizing this killer. Oh my gosh, but there was more forces behind it. Oh my gosh. When he learned the Shiraishi family was in financial trouble and he could not afford to send Michio to college, he turned on the charm and took advantage of their weakness by offering them money. He revealed his true colors, however, after moving in with the family, and used violence and money to keep Toshiko and Michio under his thumb. All the while, his belief in black magic deepened, and he found a sponsor in the Hihaku Corporation. Kankachiro forced the Shiraishi family to perform various rituals without any attempts to resist being met with merciless beatings. The mother and daughter were helpless to resist. After Hihaku offered Kankachiro great sums to intensify his work with black magic, he set his mind to sacrificing a child in order to perform a youth restoration spell. For this purpose, he chose Suichi Shigima, the son of Haru Shigima, against whom Fumichika held a grudge. He attempted to enlist Michio so as to not alarm the boy, and when she resisted, beat her mother 20 times. With Michio's assistance, Kankachiro kidnapped Suichi and locked him up in the Shiraishi house, and told the young and courageous boy that he'd kill Michio if he tried to run. While his actions were motivated by a personal grudge against the police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and break down in public order. So Kankachiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. Murderizing them all! Hi, Pax. Lex, how are you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Yes, there's a lot of bad, terrible things happening right now. Goodness gracious. While his actions were motivated by personal grudge against police, it was first and foremost an attempt to create a societal uproar and breakdown in public order. So Kankachiro... This is so much reading, I'm sorry. As Kankachiro painted the crime as a regular kidnapping, demanding a ransom from the family. However, because of an embargo on the press, the kidnapping did not cause a public outcry akin to that of the Nejima murders. Infuriated, Kankachiro had Toshiko perform a sacrifice ritual by threatening to kill Michio if she refused. Toshiko killed Suichi in his sleep, but the spell failed, for which Kankachiro blamed her. Warning Michio to keep silent about the murder to avoid incriminating her mother, Kankachiro dumped the boy's body in a nearby river. The tiny corpse was found a week later in the Sumida River after floating through several canals in Honjo. Having drifted for days in the polluted waters, little evidence remained. Although Kankachiro performed no further sacrifices, his devotion to black magic only increased. Toshiko and Michio spent their days consumed by guilt, forced to continue serving Kankachiro until the day they died. That was a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot of dark stuff. Pretty sure there are no goodness and or gracious things going on. No, definitely not. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate, Oni. Thank you. That was a lot of waiting. I am hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we're back at the bridge. Are you feeling better now that we've gotten some fresh air, ma'am? I'm fine. Suddenly finding out who the kidnapper was really made me lose my wits. She has been so, like, almost unexpressive during this whole thing. I really thought, like, she was gonna snap because of hearing that. Like, I feel like something's gonna happen and she's gonna snap and something bad's gonna happen. Just, like, you can only hold stuff in for so long before it all, like, you know, builds up. We managed to solve the kidnapping case by pure luck here. You're right. But Richter, I feel grateful towards Michio.
Because she killed the kidnapper?
She is for sure not going to murderize everyone.
Definitely for sure not. Totally not. I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen.
There's that too. But it's for something else. If Michio's the one killing all these people, then she must have acquired quite a sizable amount by now.
Oh, that's why. That's exactly why she's... Yeah, her last reactions were on the verge. I know, right? I was like, oh no, something, no. This is all leading up and it's going... I have a feeling like they're all gonna get to the very end and then... That's a prediction. It could not happen, but she's probably going to do something. Something that will affect everything. She's fine. Press X to doubt.
Soul dregs, I mean. Hey, Richter. Whether the kidnapper's dead or alive, it doesn't mean a thing. Revenge won't bring my boy back. And if Nejima is planning to cause a massacre to collect soul dregs, then all the better. I won't give up on resurrection.
She is determined.
So, I'm counting on you.
Oh! Oh! We have released the skull! She joins the party. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Paxlex. Okay, we have 3 different routes to choose. Gosh, how long is this? It's like this story was shorter, the intro, and now we've got these really long stories all connecting. I really want to know, I feel like... I don't know what these other bad ends are. I'm just trying out the different things. You can!
Ada, ada.
Thank you for the ara ara. I forget I have that sometimes. I try to put fun redeems in there. Because it makes the stream more fun. Okay. Too much to handle. Standing by. We haven't done this one in a little bit. Seimon. Yako Sakazaki. Summary of previous events. The rite of resurrection is the inception of this whole affair. Yako and Mio decide to confront the man responsible for spreading rumors of it in the first place, Hideki Araichi. They find him at his frequent stomping grounds, the Caretojinxx Cafe. We're going to the cafe! Does anybody want anything? Would you like a coffee? Or a drink of some kind? Maybe a smoothie? There's a bird sticker! Give me that sticker. Oops. You know, normally you'd be breaking school rule by stepping foot in a cafe. I'll be in hot water if you lied about having permission from the police. Remember that. I never found all of them. Oh no! I want to try and get all of them. No, I missed the line again.
We know it'll be okay. We know. It'll be okay.
So, what did you want to ask me? Give me the sticker! I was waiting. Oh, there's 3 of them! What's this one called? Sparring Sparrow Bros. Oh, that's cute. Oh gosh. We'll just read the new. Yeah, but you're gonna fix some dinner. Okay! Make some good dinner, Paxlax. We'll be here. Subsequent investigations revealed that the culprit was in fact Conchichiro Iwai, an unemployed man Toshiko Shiraishi, his common-law wife, and Michio Shiraishi, their daughter, acted as accomplices. Kanshiro routinely used violence against both Toshiko and Michio to force them to do his bidding, and it is believed that he coerced them into becoming accessories to the crime. Kanshiro wanted to use the boy's living sacrifice for his magical studies, meaning that the ransom was never actually the primary motive for the kidnapping. The reason for targeting the Shigema family's son was due to personal grievance. Can you just go around swiping stickers off people's walls? Yes. Yes. They're very highly sought after stickers, and we're just taking them because we can. And I like collecting things. It says it'll bring you good luck if you get them all. I don't know if I have missed any. I think I might have because I didn't go to all the locations, but I want to see what happens when you get all the stickers. And if I don't find them all, I'll probably just Google it. It's probably like an achievement or something. A cafe. I've never been to one before. How exciting. It's pretty smelly inside because of the cigarette smoke, but... Kurokikkyo Cafe, a coffee shop on South Waragasui Street. Kurokikkyo Cafe's convenient location has made it a favorite of businessmen in the neighborhood. Although I might sneeze. Never mind. I didn't sneeze. Oh well, in that case. Yes! Bird collecting stickers time! Although formerly a relaxing location where classical and jazz music were played, the cafe has begun incorporating some pop songs into its playlist at the request of customers. The most popular menu is a pilaf served with black coffee, although cream soda topped with a large scoop of ice cream is also a popular choice. That sounds so good. Fashionable cafes featuring jazz and live performances were in vogue until the mid-Showa era, when the number of cafes offering a carefully brewed cup of coffee in a relaxed atmosphere began to increase. Many of these locations also have public telephones, making them convenient meeting places. However, they also developed a reputation as hangout spots for delinquents, leading to a large number of schools to forbid their students from patronizing them. That's why, okay, I was like, why did they not let them? In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes installing them Oh, okay, that's how it's worded. In recent years, table arcade games have become a big hit, affording cafes installing them a steady stream of customers. The way they word some of these sentences makes my brain hurt. Let's see if I got everything. I already got that. Okay, so it's basically like gave you information on the cafe and bird sticker. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Yako, if you would. Right. We wanted to ask you about this. Oh my! A curse stone. No comment asked. That must mean the Wolf's procession. You two were at the school last night? Damn. There of all places. Yako, you're one of them? You're a curse bearer? Please calm down, Mr. Iraishi. Your reaction is too intense. It's kind of scaring me. Sorry about that. I'm afraid I got ahead of myself. What is it you wanted to know about your curse stone? What would be the best way to approach this? It's just, a brilliant teacher like you must know an awful lot about these curse stones. Well, it is true that I'm likely the person most well-versed in this matter. You're the only one we can count on, Mr. Araishi. Won't you help us? Please? Oh, am I now? In that case, there's no harm hearing what you have to ask. I knew that was the route that would work best. I just knew it. Thank you. Let's see. Why is everyone with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 mystery curse stones? Why is everything with the Rite of Resurrection and 7 mystery curse stones happening now? Oh, taking an interest now that you received one of the curses, have you? You sound like a researcher, starting your questioning with your subject's origin. Mr. Araishi, you're not the one who triggered the curse, are you? No, I'm afraid I had nothing to do with that. Rather, I wasn't even attempting to do so in the first place. Contemplating the rite itself has nothing to do with my research. And do you know the ancient Omyodo ritual as the Feast of Shadows? I said that weird.
Do you know of the ancient Omyodo ritual as the Feast of Shadows? Known as the Feast of Shadows?
What is that? Something from the occult?
Miss Kurosuzu, you look like the type to be interested in those things, but it's outside my field of expertise. In that case, why do you think the rite and curses have appeared now? I believe this is the intentional work of someone.
It's certainly not something that would happen by accident. What is it you want to know?
Well, you may not tell us anything else if we say that we're trying to stop the curse. We need to make something up.
Right. Make something up.
Well, you see, we just have such intellectual curiosity, and, I think it could really help your research.
I see. Now that you mention it.
Seems like he's reluctant to answer. Then how about... then... What does the record of fates that you've been researching say about the rite of resurrection?
Oh, I see. That's what you want to know. Allow me to first elucidate you regarding the author of the record of fates. A special privilege, I might add, since I have yet to publish this in a paper.
Yeah. Okay.
The record of fates was written 200 years ago in the latter half of the Edo period. It was written by a skilled but little known onmyoji called Seimen Tsuchimikado. This is important stuff, if nothing else. Remember this.
Seimen Tsuchimikado? I've never heard of him.
I'm sure you haven't. He was born into a famed onmyoji family, but split away to practice forbidden arts in secret. He used whatever name was most convenient for the situation, so his real name barely exists in records. Or so it is written in the record of fates.
Huh.
As brilliant as Seimen was, he was also an eccentric. He delved into researching the rite of resurrection, a legendary forbidden ritual that has never been completed. However, by involving himself with this forbidden ritual, he was expelled from his family and eventually found himself in Honjo in Edo. The record of fates are the writings Seimen recorded on the road to Edo.
I see. So he wrote how to perform the rite itself.
The rite of resurrection makes us use of Abe no Seimi's specialty, the Taizen Fukun ritual, a means of communicating with the afterlife. I use soul dregs to replicate the soul of a dead spirit that has been called.
Oh wow, I never knew something like that existed.
Thus, it is thought the only ones who can use it are those with the ability to turn human souls into soul dregs in the first place. So the rite of resurrection calls for that ritual to be performed in advance. Then, when the soul dregs are gathered and infused with the wish of whoever is performing the ritual, it can be completed. The contents written in the record of fates end there.
There's no more? What about the 7 mysteries or the curse stones?
There's nothing written about them in the record of fates. The curse stones are separate from the rite of resurrection. Their curse is one used to enable one who is unable to perform such rituals to be able to use the rite.
Huh. That's similar to what Mio said, actually.
Onmyoji. An official appointed government position with the Bureau of Onmyo in medieval Japan. Onmyoji were tasked with performing divinations and rituals. They would employ the Chinese philosophies of yin and yang and yuxing? The 5 elements to compose astronomical charts and almanacs. High-ranking practitioners used a variety of mystical arts, including ones that brought natural disasters and curses. Onmyoji were also tasked with exorcising demons through the usage of shikigami. Wait, there's 7 mysteries? Yes, there are 7 mysteries. Technically, I think there are 9, but there could also be 15. Very confusing. Onmyoji thrived during the Heian period in part due to the work of the famous Onmyoji and later founder of the Tsuchi Mikado clan, Abe no Seimi. However, Onmyoji began to gradually decline in number after the samurai gained control of Japan. At the same time, many of their miraculous arts were lost along with the development of civilization. Although the services of Onmyoji were typically reserved for the upper class, there were a number of shomonji or hidden onmyoji who worked for the common folk. Yeah, there are 7. 7! And then this question mark, I don't know what it is. According to the record of fates, this mysterious ritual was devised by the gifted onmyoji Abe no Simi. It converts the souls of the dead bound for the underworld with soul dregs collected as sacrifices through the Taizen Fukin ritual. The secret art of converting souls to soul dregs is out of reach to all but the most skilled practitioners. Excuse me, Mr. Iraishi? What is it, Miss Kurosuzu? You published a theory before the incident took place. It said that the rite of resurrection and origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo are related somehow. What proof did you have of that? You really know your stuff, but about that. That was a somewhat sensationalized piece written for occult magazines. Oh, really? It was just nonsense then. Not exactly, rather. It's not a complete fabrication. There is a basis for it. And that is? Well, I suppose there's no harm telling a couple of students so passionate about this topic. Thank you. This is something I discovered from referencing numerous texts unrelated to the record of fates. It was just after Seimon arrived in Honjo. There are records of a conflict over a ritual used to resurrect the dead in Honjo. Conflict over resurrecting the dead? I don't know the details. A man enticed the public with claims of a spell that could resurrect the dead, causing a conflict that ended tragically with 9 dead. That is the only remaining reference. 9 people fighting over a resurrection ritual. I call this tragedy the Honjo incident, and it has long been a subject of my research. I bet that ties in with the mysteries. And I suspect that this Honjo incident might be the very origin of the 7 mysteries of Honjo. I know it! I knew it! So what you're saying is, resurrection ritual at the root of the Honjo incident is Seimon's rite of resurrection. Yes, that's how the record of fates ties everything together. To put it in chronological order, first Seimon brought the rite of resurrection to Edo. We can assume that by this point, Seimon was likely using a different name. Then in Honjo, 9 people fought to the death over this rite, the Honjo incident. After that, the incident was covered up by an interested party, preventing it from being recorded in history fully. Eventually, it was passed down in incomplete pieces, becoming known as the 7 mysteries of Honjo. That's more or less the course of events. During the Edo period, a chain of events that occurred around a certain resurrection spell became the basis for the 7 mysteries of Honjo. So that's how they're connected. And if I'm getting this right, the 7 mysteries were basically required to gather the soul dregs necessary for the rite. And there's more! With this most recent occurrence of the curse, I've become even more confident in my theory. You are? Yes, the reason for it being the resentful memories of the 7 mysteries etched into those who received the curse stones. Resentful memories. Yako, if you really are a curse bearer, then when you obtained your curse stone, you would have had a resentful memory imprinted into your mind. Oh, I did. Exactly. Those memories are what happened in the final moments of the 9 who died in the Honjo incident. Broadly speaking, they involved dying while bearing some kind of deep resentment. The 9 victims became the 9 curse echoes, which over time came to be spoken of as the 7 mysteries. Thus, gathering the resentful memories granted by the present curses and connecting them together, it will reveal once and for all what happened during the Honjo incident. Huh. That's why you must tell me about the resentful memory of your fool's procession, Yako. Mio? Should I?
Yeah, I think it's okay. We need all the information we can get. Okay, Mr. Araishi. I'll tell you about the memory of the Fool's Procession. Excellent! So basically, it's about a woman who died falling from a Yagura tower at a festival. Interesting. It's not that one, then. Not that one. What do you mean? Among the 9 victims at the Honjo incident, that is to say, the 9 curse echoes, one of them is Seimon himself, or so I suspect. Huh? Seimon was one of the victims at the Honjo incident, too? Meaning an Onmyoji as powerful as him also became a curse echo? Right. It would make sense that the curse stone tied to a curse echo like that would be special. The power of a curse stone is different based on the curse echo? Mio! And maybe the Seimon's curse echo we could... Yes, we may be able to settle this whole situation. Hey, what are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. Sorry. Mr. Araishi, how many of the resentful memories have you gathered so far? I've learned a number of them. The Evergreen Beach, the Foot-Washing Mansion, the Ever-Burning Lantern, and now the Fool's Procession makes 4. Of those, the most important are the Foot-Washing Mansion and the Evergreen Beach. What are they about? First, the Foot-Washing Mansion. An Onmyoji appears distinctly in this one. Really? But not Seimon, I'm afraid. A female Onmyoji who sought the rite of resurrection due to her obsession with her personal appearance. Her legs, which she had always taken pride in, were stricken with corruption after she was defeated by Seimon. Her curse echo is notable for being particularly easy to fulfill the requirements necessary to use the curse. The detective did well to escape this one. The female Onmyoji and rival of Seimon was involved in the Honjo incident. That certainly is interesting. Next, the Evergreen Beach. This curse echo is from a craftsman of Netsu carvings named Jinkichi who was hanged for spreading baseless rumors. He apparently spoke of something that granted the ability to bring back the dead. The rite of resurrection. Precisely. This man, Jinkichi, must have been in contact with Seimon. If I could collect all the memories, everything will be revealed, and the truth of the 7 mysteries will be mine. That is the knowledge I desire. Meaning you need to gather as much information as you can from the curse bearers. Precisely. I have an agreement to exchange information with those detectives. But they might not even find the other curse bearers, so I must take measures of my own. Another thing. Yes? You never really finished about what the trigger for all this was. Well, I don't know. Really? You're not hiding something from us, are you? It has something to do with how you obtained the Record of Fates, right? How did you really get a hold of the Record of Fates? To tell you the truth, we're in a race against time. It could be a disaster if we don't hurry. What are you talking about? Someone left a warning that at sundown today they would use the curse to kill a lot of people. The one who left that message is the culprit behind the Nejima murders from 20 years ago. What? Something so terrible will happen? I won't allow potentially hundreds of people to become victims of a curse. I'll do anything in my power to stop it. Mr. Araishi, please, tell us everything you know. I'm sorry, but I truly don't know anything. The truth is, I was given the Record of Fates by a woman. A woman? I bet it's the chairwoman of Hihako Soaps. Well, her voice sounded like a woman's, but I actually didn't see what she looked like. 1 month ago, while I was investigating at night, I suddenly heard a formless voice. A woman's voice? It said, I entrust you with this ancient manuscript and the rite of resurrection held within its pages. Spread rumors of this ritual as far as wide as you can in the coming month. And before I knew it, an old document had fallen down at my feet. 1 month. So she specified the time period? I was told that if I did that, I could study the manuscript as much as I pleased. I wanted so badly to verify its authenticity, I ended up accepting. I haven't heard anything from the voice since then. It must have had you spread rumors in order to strengthen the power of the curse. To tie together the curse and the desire to seek out the right. This makes it likely that the owner of the voice is the mastermind behind all of this. Hence, I went to public with the record of fates. Hihaku and the occult magazines immediately jumping at the news was a financial boon for me. Huh? Hihaku? As in Hihaku soaps? Right. I mean, no. That's not important. Just some personal business. That's important. That's totally important. After that, I waited, trying to predict what would occur in a month's time. That's when the curse began. It's all the chairwoman! Oh my gosh! Those are all the details I have. Very well. I told you this much. I may as well give you one more thing. Thank you. What might that be? About Saman's record of fates. There is a sort of continuation of it. Another document called the Record of Fates Yin Scroll. A continuation? Actually, a section written in Saman's own hand was appended to the manuscript, according to which, after the Honjo incident, Saman lamented such a calamity taking place. He apparently wrote the addendum for the event that the tragedy became its own curse. It seems he had an idea that the victims of the Honjo incident would turn into curse echoes and be used to gather soul dregs. It supposedly details how to handle any trouble that occurs as a result of the rite of resurrection. Really? Hold on a second. Don't you find that strange? What's the matter, Miss Sakazaki? You think my information inaccurate? If Saman died in the Honjo incident, then he could have written an addendum. Then he couldn't have written an addendum. You really don't get it, do you? Huh? Am I wrong? Have you forgotten the ability Saman possessed? Of course not. He could use the rite of resurrection. Oh! You're telling me Saman used it on himself? The rite of resurrection can be carried out in advance so that it activates when the soul dregs are gathered together. Then is it not possible that Saman himself was resurrected by the rite after it all took place? But he'd still have to collect the soul dregs needed to use the rite. Yes, and that's why they died. The 8 others besides Saman. What? They died in the Honjo incident for their soul dregs? That sounds like it's the same as what's happening now. That's why I needed the resentful memories, to learn the truth. I get it now. The issue at hand is that the Yin Scroll and the Record of Fates were supposed to have been passed down as a set. When I received the Record of Fates, the Yin Scroll was gone. Only this information was left. Supposedly, Saban's blood descendants guarded it as they passed it down across generations. It seems that over their long history, the 2 documents became separated and the scroll's location lost as the family line branched. Saman had descendants? So there's someone out there related to him by blood even now. Yes, in fact, I tried to trace the line as far as I could. He wasn't a well-known onmyoji to begin with, so a detailed family tree does not exist. It seemed likely that the use of the manuscript has been long forgotten, only being passed down out of tradition. And since they aren't even aware of what they have, tracking it down is quite tricky indeed. I wish I could ask whoever that voice belonged to about the Yin Scroll. I'm sure you do. So basically, in the record of Fate's Yin Scroll, Saman himself wrote about a way to handle the curse and the rite, yes? Yes, that's right. I've been searching for it all this time, but haven't found a single lead. So if you 2 find out anything about other resentful memories or Yin Scroll, tell me immediately. You owe me that much for telling you all this, do you not? And that's the real extent of everything I know. They said that Saman Tsuchi Mikado, author of the Record of Fates, wrote the Yin Scroll because he feared that the descendants of those involved in the Honjo incident might become cursed and used in the collection of soul dregs for the Rite of Resurrection. The existence of the Yin Scroll was indicated in a postscript added to the Record of Fates, but its whereabouts are currently unknown. It is believed to have been inherited by a descendant of Seimin. The manuscript was written by Seimin Tsuchimikado and Onmyoji, from the Edo period. He was extraordinarily adept practitioner, but after being banished from his family for researching forbidden arts, he changed his name and moved to Edo. I hit my mic, I'm so sorry. So much information. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. If you bring me some useful information, I'll take it into consideration for your school grades as well. Yako Sakazaki, 1 p.m. Street. A street. We've learned a lot. So, to sum it up, there was a tragic incident with people cursing each other for the rite of resurrection in the Edo period as well. And the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll may have info we want, since it details how to stop the rite. I think that's about it. Right. If we could find the Yin Scroll, we might be able to learn how to settle the situation. But even Mr. Araishi didn't have any leads on where it is. How do we start looking for it? Someone involved in this must know. Someone involved in this now must have some connection to it, I think. I have a feeling the mastermind who awakened the curses is involved, too. Right. So, Mio, what are we gonna do next? Good question. It may be best to give this information we just learned to Inspector Satsumi. We got a pretty big clue from hearing about the Record of Fate's Yin Scroll. Mr. Satsumi might know more about it. Should we go back to school then? Yeah, that's our point of contact after all. Can't look around or anything. Whoever's behind that voice that gave Mr. Araishi the Record of Fates. That must be the mastermind, don't you think? Yeah, and he said it sounded like it belonged to a woman. Whoever it is, I bet they're scary. Huh? You don't sound like the Yako I know. Then let's catch him and make him spill the beans. I thought you'd say something like that. Really? I guess I'm just not really feeling that confident right now. I understand. I don't know if it's related to that woman behind the voice, but I'm also interested in the female Onmyoji who was a rival of Seimin. Oh, that reminds me. Mio! You know what's nearby here, don't you? Oh, you mean where Michio? Yeah, where it happened. I was going there every day to leave flowers. Even though they always got cleared away anyways. I'm sure it must be hard to have to be reminded of Michio's death all the time. Oh, that reminds me. Yako? Yeah? When you asked me to do the spirit board 2 days ago, did you come here that day too? Yeah, I left some flowers before going to school. Why? Did anything seem different that day? What's this all of a sudden? Though, now that you mention it, that day, I suddenly felt lightheaded and ended up passing out for a little bit. But I came to right away, it felt fine, so I didn't think anything of it. I see. That's all I was wondering about. Thanks. Excuse me, you girls over there. Oh no. Whoa! Sorry, I didn't mean to eavesdrop, but something you said caught my attention. And who might you be? I'm Yutaro Namagaki. I should probably tell you. Until yesterday I was a curse bearer. That should clear things up. Curse bearer? Oh, you don't need to be scared. I've already given up my curse stone of the foot-washing mansion. The foot-washing mansion? So you're the one Inspector Satsumi was talking about? Ah, you already know Inspector Satsumi. That makes us simple. There's nothing to worry about. Oh, hey! You're in the driver's seat. Yako? Yes. Wait, what? Just now, was I doing something? Sorry. Mr. Namagaki, what might be the matter? Right. I actually wanted to discuss something with you two. Would you come with me if you have a little time? Discuss something? With us? You were talking about Michio Shiraishi, right? It's related to that. Huh? I'm sure you will learn a few things yourself. If not now, later is fine. I'll be waiting around Ryugoku Bridge. Something rubs me the wrong way about this. But you mentioned Michio. What do we do? We're gonna go to school first. Sorry, but there's something we've got to take care of. We'll have to pass. Is that so? Well, that's too bad. I'm in no rush, so I'll be waiting at Ryugoku Bridge if you change your minds. That just didn't rub me the right way. I didn't think that was a good idea. I feel like if we go to this one, we're gonna end up with this one, so we need to go to this one. Too much to handle. Haru Shigima. Summary of previous events. Haru and Richter break into the Shiraishi residence with the detectives. They find a journal left behind by the deceased Iwai, finally revealing the mystery behind the kidnapping. However, Haru remains unsatisfied. Shigima Mansion reception room. Okay, before we get into that, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So, if you also need to take a break, get a drink, whatever, I will be back in a minute or two.
me make sure my mic's unmuted. It is. Okay. There we go. Hello. I went and got a snack, got more water. Yes. I gave Ichabod a head pat. In further news, today the body of an adult male was discovered in the residence of one Toshiki Shiraishi around noon. The man, identified as Kankachiro Iwai, is said to have been in a relationship with Toshiko. He was unemployed at the time of death. While further investigations are still underway, it's suspected that his death is connected to the recent serial killings in Honjo. Evidence on the scene may also implicate Mr. Iwai in the unsolved child abduction and murder case from last year. What kind of snack? Have you, Meiji makes these little choco rooms where they're like chocolate mushroom top with like a cracker stem on the bottom. And I have a little tiny, like, one serving bag of them I'm like crunching on. They're very crunchy. Well, ma'am. It seems like we managed to settle one part of the kidnapping case for now. Let's begin discussing our next steps. Right. Let's see if there's... No matter how much I look at the flowers, they don't make me feel anything. I wonder what kind of music Victor is into. I imagine he likes English songs. I've grown so used to seeing the scroll, I don't really give it a second thought. Nice, yeah! They're very tasty. I can't, we've already collected this one. Okay, let me click all the things around. I've stopped watching the news. There's too much fluff. I wish they'd cut out the pointless stories and just report on what's important. A fax machine. It can send images to other places along with the telephone network. I rarely find a use for it. I don't have a reason to use the phone right now. Fax machine. I have a feeling that's going to be important later, because it's not done talking about it. He's always going at his own pace. He's rather fascinating. Judging by the official announcement, it seems what Iwai wrote is likely true. With both the kidnapper and his young accomplice dead, the police should be able to handle the rest. Now that it's over, I can't help but think how pitiful it all is. We never would have known a thing had we not found his journal. Carelessness is what usually leads to crimes like these being exposed. It was pretty much the same with the Nejima murders. But stumbling across the answer by pure chance really makes you think. It makes my skin crawl to think of how many cases like this are left undiscovered. Me too. It's certainly disturbing. I suppose I should offer him some tea, but I don't really feel like it. She looks so suspicious. I know, right? Something's going on. She's thinking of something. Well, with the kidnapping case all wrapped up, we can focus our efforts on obtaining the right of resurrection. Yes? Indeed. I'm counting on you. Alright. Let's reassess this curse situation. Right. I must admit, I never expected the police to be so on top of things. Chief Inspector, Tetsuo Tsutsumi, provided us a good wealth of information. I'm surprised he knew so much about the curse bearers. Do you think they noticed I'm one of them? I'm pretty sure Ario didn't, the Chief Inspector, on the other hand. We'll have to be careful around him. But if he had suspected anything, I'm sure he would have detained us. We should stay vigilant moving forward. Agreed. Even if we steal a curse stone, You may not be able to successfully perform the rite unless you're a curse bearer yourself. Would you be okay with hanging onto the stone from now on?
Of course.
Just don't use it though, okay?
All right.
If what we heard is true, there are just 3 curse bearers left to be discovered. There's the Whispering Canal, the Beckoning Light, and the Taiko of Sugaru left to investigate. It may benefit us to visit the places connected to these stories a few times.
I see.
I'm still highly suspicious of the people at Heihaku Soaps. They could be the ones pulling the strings. That Takumi Yumioka fella is probably aware of the curse bearers we're searching for. Tracking his movements may prove to be useful.
You want to follow him?
If we were to follow anyone, he'd be my first choice, but... damn it. Times like these really have me wishing I had more personnel.
I imagine it's tough working on your own.
It's the plight of running a small business. I'm always on the hunt for a skilled assistant. And then there's Nejima, who appears to be a curse bearer too. The one-sided reed, I think it was. If we want to look for someone that's likely to gather a whole lot of soul dregs, well, look no further.
He did say he would unleash his curse on a large number of people at nightfall.
If he gets the chance to. If the chief inspector manages to track down Michio, then, well, there's a chance he'll manage to apprehend Nejima before he gets up to no good.
But why did you tell the chief inspector about the safe house? If he hadn't had that lead.
It was written in Iwai's memoirs. It was just a matter of time till he found out. Besides, we're talking about a massacre here. I can't just turn a blind eye.
How different is it from any other curse bearer collecting soul dregs?
Well, if we're talking Nejima, it could be a lot more dangerous. We'll just keep a close eye on Nejima and the cops. Her facial expressions are just like,
What about that girl from before, Ayame Tono? Do you think she could be a curse bearer?
Well, there's a chance she could have gone and stolen someone else's curse stone by now.
That's possible too, but... We haven't been to Midoriko Park yet, the place connected to the Taiko of Sugaru.
Ah, right. That's close to where she lives.
What if she was a curse bearer this entire time? She could have lied.
It's possible. She is plotting so hard. I know she is. You can see the gears moving in her head every time she's answering. Something's gonna happen. Something. It would make her a brilliant actress to boot. The idea's got me itching to investigate her again. That place is rather suspicious. If only we could run into someone there.
Richter?
Yes.
Ah,
that's right. Would you mind if we make a stop on our way? We can make it quick. I apologize for the diversion, but I'd like to visit a candy store if possible.
I suppose I don't mind.
Ah, the candy store, that's what we need to do.
The fax machine, you can send images to one place to another. Barely have use for it.
It's not done. There's something going on with it. I don't know why it doesn't have a check mark next to it. Everything else does except, wait. Yeah, it doesn't have a check mark next to it. That's weird. Everything else does. But we can move, so... Then shall we depart? From this point on, you will be given the option to finish investigation, which will allow you to immediately end this part.
From there you can continue on to the next part. You may also come back and restart this section from the point which you left off. Wait, why? Why, though? Thank you for the stick bug worm. It's stick bug party! How you doing, worm? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome in. We're doing some investigating. Yes, I'm glad. Glad to hear you're having a good day. You just woke up? Well, good morning then. We're going to a candy shop. Oh, we got some different music here. I feel like, yes, I knew it. Oh my gosh, he is so excited. He is so excited about the sticker. Whoa, no way. Jeez, you made me jump. It's Mockingbird number 14. Foul con man. This guy's a real speed demon. Oh, is that right? It's kinda scary how you even know the exact number with which is just a simple glance. We got it! I too would be very excited for a sticker. He's like a big fan of these bird stickers. He really likes them. There are some vending machines. You can buy canned juice for 100 yen. These days, vending machines sell a lot of things besides juice, too. Sonoya. The children seem pretty fond of this place. It looks comparatively new. They must have renovations done not long ago. Richter and Worm confer to Goobers. I mean... just a little silly. But that's okay. Everyone's got their interest. I collect many things as well. Based. The shop's close to the park, so children have been coming and going without pause. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from the street view. Places like this candy shop have been slowly disappearing from the street view recently. All I can think about is that I collect so many things. I need to not like so many things. Apparently, Richter likes to visit the local candy shop in every district he visits. I figured once you've seen one, you've seen them all. But in reality, each one has its own unique displays and colors to match the locale. It kind of irks me that we stopped here simply for the sake of entertainment. But I suppose he needs time like this to relax and reset his mind. He works so rigorously every day. He's up in front with the kids to participate in the raffle. It's weird seeing an adult his age enjoying himself so much at a candy store. Oh, it seems he didn't win anything. He's pouting so hard even the kids are laughing at him. That's so funny! So I need to... okay. Oh, right. Ma'am. Should we go for on... Monjiaki or something? That's sweet of you, but I'm not hungry right now. That's too bad. I haven't had great luck with this Mockingbird raffle. Would you mind if I tried a few more times? Apparently, most of these are just replicas of the real deal, but even so, they're well worth the price. Some of the kids were saying they managed to snatch some real rare finds in this lottery. Go ahead. Don't buy them all now. Just let me know when you want to leave, okay? Okay. Okay.
So it looks like I don't know why I feel like I have to go to other places. Because other things will happen if I go to other places. Yeah, I think we need to move. Uh-oh. That's not good. That's not good. That was what was there before.
It doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations.
Why are the check marks not showing up? Something's going on.
There's so many old factories alongside this river, it must have been quite different in its glory days.
But now most of them are closed down due to the tightened regulations on waste disposal. Something draw your interest. Know where he's here. I made sure to take a quick shower this morning. Oh my gosh. I was out here all last night looking for the curse bearer connected with the beckoning light, too.
Did you see anything?
Afraid not, but they gotta be out here somewhere.
Victor? What do you think that is?
Oh? I don't see anything.
Really? You don't see that? That thing that looks like a phantom ball of flame floating in the air.
A ball of flame? It must be the curse echo. Maybe only the curse bearers are capable of seeing it. But could such a thing happen in broad daylight?
Ah. It's gone.
I wonder if that was the beckoning light's curse echo. That phantom flame you saw might have been a manifestation of the lantern. Oh good, she's losing it. No! When we did the first chapter, when we were a different character, they saw that too, and it usually does not lead to good things, so I'm not certain what's gonna happen.
In that case, does that mean a curse bearer is nearby?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh's right. I think we... I don't know what he said. The curse bearer might be lurking in the vicinity. I'm going to check the surroundings. That's why I didn't have a check mark. Nothing. I didn't find anyone who looked the part.
I see.
I don't doubt something happened around here, but something might have changed in the area. Keep your eyes peeled. Okay, so something changed.
Doesn't look like anyone's been here for
Some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Did something change? I feel like... I don't... What's going on? There isn't a curse bearer in sight. Something's weird. I don't think anything changed. We might have to move on to a different location and come back. What you saw earlier must have been the beckoning light. Something might have changed after what just happened. I don't see anything that changed! I think we need to move.
Time to hover over every pixel. I think we're gonna have to come back to places, like look at stuff and then come back. Aha! There you are. There we go. I don't think there's a sticker. No, I think they already got it from this location. The cops have yet to determine who the remaining curse bearers are. We have to find them soon. Everyone is relaxing so peacefully in the park. It's hard to imagine it was the site of some horrid curse. Victor seemed to be a little nervous when Ayame Tono was mentioned. Or was I just imagining it? We have reason to believe the curse bearer of the Taiko, Sugaru, was here last night. It's possible they're already dead, but we haven't found any definitive leads. Okay, so we gotta... Okay. We're probably gonna have to talk to her first. Hey, that lady over there. That's Ayame Tono. She seems to be trying to hide. We don't want to startle her and have her run off. Let's sit and watch her for now. That means I need to call out. Alright, I'll be right back. Ah, he's gone. I suppose he really wanted to talk with her. Oh! Oh, there he is. Does he mean to jump out and surprise her from behind? Huh? Does he mean to intimidate her? Ah, she noticed. I guess his purpose was to talk with her after all. Why is he standing like that? I wonder what they're talking about. She doesn't look like she's planning to run. Oh, they're coming here. Here she is. What do you think? Smooth work by the master. Yes, very smooth. Hello! Thank you so much for yesterday. I know this is sudden, but I'm actually being pursued right now. Pursued? By who? I think it's the police. Would you be willing to provide me shelter? From the police? I figured we could hear her out and see what kind of a mess she's gotten herself in. Don't make it sound like I'm some kind of criminal, please. Police have my apartment staked out, so I haven't been able to return home. I heard them saying something about wanting to protect me, but something didn't feel right and I got scared. Do you have any idea why they're after you? Well, I have been searching for the curses, so... We shouldn't trouble ourselves with hiding you if they're after you for a good reason. Huh? How cruel! But this handsome investigator wouldn't turn me in so easily. Would you? It's unfortunate, but we've got reason not to get involved with the police ourselves. What shady reasoning! But if you've got some murky secret to hide, we might as well cooperate with each other, no? If you got some murky secret to hide... Anyway, how are your plans to resurrect Hokusai going? Unfortunately that's been going quite well. Oh? Does that mean you found someone to steal a curse stone from? Not exactly, but I found out a kind of last resort. Which is why I can't let the police get me. What do you mean by last resort? You're really asking me that? It doesn't concern you at all. Why should I tell you? Wait, she's just casually trying to raise the dead? Yeah, everyone who's searching for the right of resurrection, is trying to resurrect someone. With it. Ugh. What if we make a deal? In exchange for keeping you hidden from the police, you'll tell us about your last resort. Nice. Yeah. Huh? Is that what's got you interested? She wants to, like, resurrect an artist because she loves his art and she thinks he died. He had more time before he died. He was like 90 something. But she's like, he had more time. He didn't even get to live in 100 houses like he wanted. So that's her reasoning. Oh, I've got it. Maybe you need to steal it for yourself. Not at all. I'm just curious. That excuse will just not do. I don't need you to. I'll find a way to stay safe on my own. That was a close one. I should have known the only one you can count on in this world is yourself. Suspicious! Ugh. We can't let her get away. Let's go after her. Stop it! Get any closer and I'll scream. Please, wait. We'll help you out, with no conditions. Well, you just changed your mind so quick. That just makes you all the more suspicious. Uh-oh. I tried my best, but I couldn't convince her to stay. Could it be you don't know how to handle a girl like that? Since she's looking for a safe haven, would you mind me sharing your address with her, just in case? Well, it doesn't really bother me, but you do recognize there are police officers in my close family. At least it'll allow us a way to keep in contact, no matter how small. I am having a hard time moving this. I don't... Well, not... Okay. I was like, I can't grab it to move it over. Yame Tono says her plans for the resurrection may be achievable through this last resort. Does that mean she's given up on her plan to steal a curse stone? Victor. Hmm? You know, I have one as well. A last resort. You do? Ah. Even if we don't steal another curse stone, I already have my own. If it becomes necessary, I'm prepared to use it. So you think it might be possible that she has one of her own too? Ominous. I know. She is gonna accomplish her goal no matter what. But that she despises the idea of using it to kill others, so instead she means to steal a curse stone with soul dregs already in it. It doesn't contradict anything we know. She lives nearby, which means she might have the Taiko of Sugaru curse stone. We still don't know much about that one. Richter. That last resort Ayame spoke of. It could be our chance. We can use her. I hear you loud and clear. It's like the Ayame's curse bearer. Oh my goodness. I do not get good vibes from that. So this place is good. We've done all the check marks here, so we don't need to come back here. We haven't been to Kinchibori Park. I don't think. Okay. Telephone booth. That doesn't look out of the ordinary to me. The area was closed off to the public this morning after his body was found, but the police quickly managed to complete their investigation and reopen the park as if nothing ever happened. The people in the area are shockingly calm, considering what happened here. You'd think they'd put off knowing there was a dead body here just this morning. What I heard happened right about where you're standing now. Whoop. Would you look at that? That's a pretty unique looking playground. Did it catch your eye? Perhaps. Now's not the time, though. But it did get you interested. Does he want to play on it?
Would you like to play on the playground, Richter?
He definitely wants to play on it.
What?
You can go take a look if you're that interested.
He's like, I've gotten permission! I can go play on the playground!
Oh my gosh.
Alright. I'll go check it out just to make sure.
He was so excited. He didn't have to think that long about it. What? He's like making. What is this pose? What is this stance? Is this a victory pose? What's that? Did he find something? I can't with Richter! He found another sticker! That's why he's making this pose! I can't! I love this character. I love him.
I found a mockingbird on the playground equipment. Damn, talk about lucky. It's number 19. Penny Prattle.
Oh my gosh! What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh. That's funny. He's so accomplished. I see. Congrats.
Playgrounds always get me all fired up.
Gosh. Talk about anything. A bunch of kids gathered around Richter to poke fun at his clothing. It seems like kids come running for him wherever we go. Not all too surprising with his attire. He hasn't complained about it though. I wonder if he's got a soft spot for kids.
This place is associated with the Whispering Canal. The canal must be connected to the man who was found drowned in the park.
Agreed. Wasn't the victim a Hihaku Soap's employee?
That's right. His name was Shogo Oki. Considering his occupation, he probably came here in search of a curse stone. If people in the company know about the rite, it only makes sense they'd be looking for curse stones.
Do you think the chairwoman and Takumi would send their regular employees out to hunt for the stones? If that's the case. Perhaps that Shoko died trying to make a stone from someone else. Take a stone from someone else.
Either that, or he was killed precisely because he was a curse bearer with a curse stone.
I suppose so, but considering the location, wouldn't that mean the curse used was the Whispering Canal?
Good point. Now it means Shogo Oki wasn't the wielder of the Whispering Canal. Curse himself.
Could he have had the beckoning light or even the type of his body?
I was here last night and there weren't any dead bodies then. It's highly possible he was brought here from somewhere else. If that's the case, the wielder of the Whispering Canal has already collected his stone. Ah, ma'am? Excuse me, but there's one more thing I'd like to try.
Oh? Be my guest.
Shogo Oki is the name of the person who died here. It's hard to believe he was here by chance, only to end up murdered with a curse. Given his ties to Hihaku, we can assume he was aware of the situation and somehow involved with these curses. Okay, what is it he's wanting to try? I don't understand. I don't know what he's wanting to try, but there's nothing else for me to click. I think we need to move again.
Let's see if anything's changed here. Doesn't seem like anyone's been here for some time. I wonder if it's one of the factories that got shut down when they tightened up regulations. Oh. Surroundings are fine. What if I saw the curse echo of the beckoning light? Wouldn't that mean the curse bearer was nearby? I'm not feeling any strange presence, but I'll be this since day. I feel like I need to go everywhere and get rid of all the get the check marks for everything before we stop the investigation. He's up front. Looking at a smile, he must have won something. How nice. Holy crap! This one is super rare! It's Fairfeather, the coolest peacock around! Oh. So it is. That's a pretty big win, huh? Ooh! That's cool. It was a sticker, of course it was a sticker. Okay. Hot damn! It's Mockingbird number 10! Cacophony! He's a nihilist, but he gets the job done! Uh-oh. Well, he seemed pretty happy. Oh my gosh, how many of these stickers am I gonna get? I only have 7 left. Okay. So that's done. So we've got all the check marks here. Yeah. We can move again. That one's done. The park is done. I think. We'll double check. Okay, so we've got all the check marks there. Got all of them there. We don't have all of them here. Wait, yeah, we do. Yeah, we've got all of them here. There's nothing else we can do here. Did I see? Almost went into my OBS again by accident. Okay. I think we need to go back to the residence. That's the only place besides the bridge that... Showing this fax machine. Fax machine. It can send images to one place to another. Really have use for it. The fax machine's not done. And the bridge isn't done. I don't know why the fax machine doesn't have lights. It's a little dim if you're during the day, but I like it that way. Still got the chandelier. That. Anything left to click? the fax machine's not clicking? Something's weird about that. But I do have to get going soon, so I think I'm gonna end stream here for today. I'm gonna save. Let's see if we can find. See if we can find anybody. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me. I will be streaming next weekend. I am going to make a schedule and stick it on Twitter, and I will probably add it to my About section so that you can see it if you want to know when I'm streaming again. I will work on it probably in an hour or two so that I can put it up for next week. Thank you so much for being here, and we are going to raid my awesome sibling, Morcus Burkus, who is playing Legend of Zelda. Thank you so much. I like these Sunday morning streams. They're just a little nice addition to nice way to wake up. Thank you for the headpads, Cookie. And we are getting closer to the end of the mystery. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. I really like this game, and I can't wait to continue playing it. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.